My name is Gaea Morales, and I'm extremely grateful to be here to round out the Student Symposium. Just to introduce myself, I am co-president of the Student Advisory Council with the Institute on Inequalities and Global Health alongside Haley Robertson. I am a second-year PhD student in political science and international relations at Dorn Scife, and my research interests span the local global institutional linkages, especially as they relate to the domain of sustainable development and global environmental governance policy. And I've been a member of SAC since I started my program in the fall of 2019. So the Student Advisory Council began in 2018 as really an opportunity for students to not only access unique resources from the Institute, but also to help shape and inform programming and opportunities in ways that really best serve the broader USC community. And in the spirit of its mission, the council consists of a really multidisciplinary group. And as you can see on this slide, we represent more than 7 different schools across USC. We meet once a month to discuss current and future programming that covers cross-cutting issues that intersect with global health, including sexuality and gender rights, sustainability and urban health, and communication, technology, and innovation. So these are just the themes that I just mentioned. And here are just 2 examples of a handful of events that we've co-sponsored with IIGH this past fall of 2020, one of which was a lunch and learn by a member of SAC, PhD candidate Avery Everhart. So this is also an example of how membership in SAC offers avenues for professional development and sharing your research and your interests with the broader USC community. Joining SAC on a more personal note has been one of my most grounding and meaningful experiences since I've joined the USC community. It has allowed me to collaborate and connect with really passionate students, as well as experts across campus, such as Dr. Gruskin, Dr. Ferguson, and Dr. Kumar. And I've also been able to play a part in spreading information on IIGH resources and events to an even broader audience. All right, one of the IIGH opportunities very close to my heart is the SDG Leadership Academy. As you've now heard from Allison, Andrew, and Abby in great detail, all with whom I've been extremely fortunate to work last summer, I want to provide more of a bird's eye view of the experience. So for a little more context, the SDG Leadership Academy is an extension of an ongoing academic public partnership with the city of Los Angeles, particularly the Mayor's Office of International Affairs. And that began in the fall of 2018 with the Wicked Problems Practicum. And a little on that, this practicum, not unlike SAC actually, brought together students from various disciplines to serve as consultants to the mayor's office, primarily by conducting, in this phase, a human rights analysis of the work occurring at the time to combat the homelessness crisis. And this past summer was the most recent phase of the partnership, in which USC students, like the ones you've heard from today, collaborated with students from Occidental College, Arizona State University, Pomona College, and UCLA. There were 9 teams, each working with a specific city client to meet ongoing city needs. So everything from LA Sanitation, the Office of Biodiversity, the Mayor's Office of International Affairs, and the Department of Transportation as well. Students had a chance to work with different departments within the city government. And like I said, you've heard from folks who worked on that first project on LGBTQIA+ populations in the SDGs, from the Community Index project and the Street Asset Investment Decision Tool. But the summer as a whole really covered a wide range of issues and worked with numerous clients within the city government for a bigger picture. My role was a little different, so I'll talk a little bit about what my role was in the context of the SDG Academy and the partnership as a whole. It was a little different from students who worked directly through the Academy, and I have been extremely fortunate to have been involved as a student researcher when Los Angeles efforts to localize the SDGs were first announced in early 2018. And so this last summer, I served a different role as a program coordinator, which involved aiding the cohort in maneuvering our virtual reality, as you've mentioned, such as in programming guest speakers and cohort-wide events, and working across all 9 project teams to provide both logistical and substantive support to meet our city clients' expectations. And I was really drawing from and informed by my past experiences researching the localization process, or the process by which Los Angeles took on the Sustainable Development Goals and adopted it to fit the needs of the city, and as well as working with and managing student research teams. And this project really is, as you've heard, just reinforcing the point that my previous symposium speakers had mentioned, that it's really a critical example of the potential of global frameworks to inform local policymaking, but also the importance of and value of engaging youth perspectives in academic institutions in pursuit of more equitable and just outcomes in our urban spaces. And so the SDG framework and the SDG Academy allows us to develop partnerships and recognize the ways in which local contexts can really better respond to these cross-cutting issues within the broader umbrella of sustainable development. And these values and ideals are very much aligned with that of the Student Advisory Council and the broader vision of the Institute on Inequalities and Global Health. And I want to end on what has been most meaningful across both of my experiences with SAC and the SDG Academy, and that is really the hands-on learning and community engagement both opportunities have provided. As a PhD student, most of my time and energy has been devoted to research and learning enough to publish my own work. And I also tend to communicate primarily with other students in my discipline and my faculty mentors as a result. And these opportunities really pushed me to go beyond my circles and to build connections and learn from other students, from local and visiting professionals and scholars, both within and beyond the USC community. Opportunities to directly contribute to the policy-making process, to directly link my research interests to goals and planning, has been an incredibly unique and rewarding experience. And so I highly encourage anyone who is interested to keep a lookout for future opportunities, both with working with SAC and the SDG Academy. And so if you have any questions or interest in either SAC and the SDG Academy, please feel free to reach out to me, and thank you for your attention.